Hi people, this is Killer J here, and today, yes, we're back with another Retro Modern Gamers episode, Rebooted, and this is The Suffering 2, The Ties That Bind, yes. I remember this game I was playing when I was younger, goddamn, it was pretty fun. And the story behind me getting this game was like, what was it there? Santa said, oh, the game's too violent, he said something like that there, and yeah, and I eventually ended up getting the game, so. Anyway, that's besides the point. That's besides the point of me getting this game, just a little story here. But that was a long time ago. Anyway, yeah, you had. But anyway, besides the point, today's game is Suffering 2, and for me, honestly, it's a pretty good game. You know, just the fact that you can go first person and third person is just pretty cool, unique perspective, and you can turn into a monster and just destroy enemies that you need to destroy and just ruin their day. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good part about the game. The thing is, I like some of the new enemies they introduced there. But the game is not as long as the first one. Might be the same length or something like that, but there's 2 chapters missing, I believe. Because there's only 18 chapters and the other one was 20, I believe. So, anyway. What I liked about it was the fact that Blackmore was in it. He was voiced by Michael Clark Duncan. Very good actor, and it's a good thing he did a role such as Blackmore, because the role for Blackmore was a pretty good role for him, like a menacing character, which is pretty cool. And the thing is, in this game, you can only the downside is I still like the game, but downside is you only can carry 2 weapons. That's in the first one you can have as many weapons as you want. This one you're only limited to 2, which is not really that great there, because there's guns you have to pick and choose which ones you want to use for certain situations with certain type of monsters. So this is what it is. They're just making you switch with guns and melee weapons and all that stuff. So you have to know what gun you want and which one you have ammo for, and just, you know, go ham. Yeah. And oh yeah, this is where I countered the Swizzle guy, that friggin' guy with the machine. I counter him in the game. That's him I countered. I try to shoot him and he disappears. Yes, he disappears. I don't think you're supposed to shoot him, but there's the Swizzle Easter egg in action in first time in the Retro Modern Gamers episode. So you just seen the Easter egg just in this review. So just to let you know, that's one of the Easter eggs of the game. So there's another Easter egg there, but where you go in the area of what is it there? Where you meet Ranch Truman there. You have to go in that area and destroy a couple of things. That door opens and then has a reference to the first Suffering game, which is pretty cool. So yeah. Like, what I can say about it, oh my god, it's a fucking insane game. Just like, the monsters are pretty crazy. They're out there. There's a lot of crazy monsters in the game, like the Gorgers. The Triggermen are pretty crazy. There's a lot of, I noticed in this game there's a lot of monsters with guns, machines. I know the Marksman was for the first Suffering. The Triggerman is like the new one, and there's a suppressor which you have to use stealth basically, because the suppressor has Tommy guns strapped to its chest there. So. And the 4 monsters that return from the first game are the Slayer, Brawler, Mainliner, and Marksman. Those are the 4 monsters that return from this game. There's new monsters such as the Arsonist, the Isolationist, Suppressor, Mauler, and much other ones there. Triggerman, yep, that's one there. There's new monsters in these type of games now. So, and yeah, Gorge and all of them. There's new types of monsters. Yeah. There's a lot of monsters, and there's quite a bit of monsters there. So, yeah. But the thing I liked about this was pretty fun, you know. Just the gameplay of it's pretty fun. You go first person to third person perspective, which is pretty cool. But, yeah. I like this game a lot. I know I played this game a lot and I enjoyed the shit out of it because it was my favorite game at the time. Still is my favorite game, because a game like this, they need to be doing this, putting this on Xbox One backwards compatibility. That would be nice there, because for one, the people that have not ever played this game, they can experience it and enjoy it for what it is. A game like this would benefit for a newer generation of gamers. Probably would introduce people to the new franchise and say, okay, well, wow, this game's pretty cool. We need more cooler games like with monsters and horror shit. We don't need no freaking gimmick shitty games. We need games like this to come back there. Like, the games like this, this is what games thrive on. Awesome gameplay, awesome ass monsters, cool environments there, shit like that there. It takes place in Baltimore and stuff like that, you know, just fighting Blackmore at the end of the game there, I believe. Yeah, fighting Blackmore. And you have to play. You can play on good, evil, neutral. Evil is where you're just killing everybody. Good is where you save everyone's lives, basically. But there's differences. With good, you fight the guy with the shotgun there, the Copperfield guy. You fight him. In the evil difficulty, you fight the creeper. One with the friggin' the bitch is coming out of his fucking stomach. You fight him in the evil mode. But yeah. And there's, at the end of the game, you still fight Blackmore, which Blackmore, you know, he's pretty crazy. And that's why he's like almost like Torqued, or almost like bound together, which is pretty cool. Which, the game like this here, you gotta play it and enjoy it for yourself to find out why it's such a good game, because for one, it's a game I really enjoy. I'm really passionate about this game, because I would like to see a third sequel to this, because for one, it would open up something for newer gamers that say will have a bigger YouTube covering this game and get people interested in the game in question. Because for one, this game needs a lot of attention. Because I know it's a sequel, but it's not a bad sequel, because I've seen a lot worse sequels than like games. Some games like this don't get sequels, and the games that you do get sequels don't deserve to get sequels. For one, this is a game that I really enjoy heavily, because for one, it was very unique for its time. It still is to this day. You know, a game like this made by awesome Midway, because Midway was the shit back then, and during the 6th gen, that was their best. That was their best effort. Was around that time, because all the shit they did, all the shit they accomplished during that time was like Suffering 1 and 2, the 3D Mortal Kombat's, Slaps and Mindgate Conspiracy, a bunch of other shit that Midway did. Area 51, the first-person shooter remake, that was pretty good. There was a bunch of stuff that Midway did. They even did some platforming games too there. The thing is, Midway had unique games at that time, and games that people want to see come back, which they should, because they're games that need to come back in some kind of shape or form. It would be nice to see those games again. If the ones that are not doing anything with said games, just give it to someone that actually will do something with the franchise, because for one, this Suffering Free, if it ever happens, I don't know. I don't think it's ever gonna happen. One day, I don't know if it would ever happen, because you know, that's the thing, that Warner Brothers owns the rights to, I believe, Warner Brothers Games or whatever you call it. I'm pretty sure they own the rights to that, because I don't know what's what and what's who. But anyway, yes, the graphics are pretty good for this game. Yes, they're even PS2. Yeah, they're PS2 graphics, but they're still pretty good for the time there. I'm not expecting no 4K textures from the actual PS2 itself, but for what it was at that time, was pretty good. It's pretty good, because you can see when you get into battle, you can see like the more you fight, there's blood that covers your body, and you're bloody as shit. You're all covered up in blood, basically. That's a cool thing about it too, and you can turn into a monster and do more good mode and upgrade your attacks. You can upgrade your attack as a trigger, like have triggers coming out of your back and shooting the monsters. You can have attacks like chains coming out of the ground and just kill them, which is pretty cool. And another attack that's like an explosion attack and just destroys everything, which is pretty cool. That's what I liked about the game. It was pretty fun, because for one, a game like this needs to be experienced by everybody that actually, you know, enjoys these type of horror, cool-ass games or enjoys them. But for one, I would like to see this game there, you know, make something of a comeback, hopefully. But anyway, this is my favorite game for the time there. I know, oh, he sounds like no, well, for one, I'm passionate about this game. That's why I want to review it right away, because this is something I could talk to people about for hours on end if I really could there. But this is going to be a 23-minute review. I'm going to talk to you more about it and what I liked about it. What else I liked about it? Well, I explained some of the things I liked about it, but the thing I liked about the most was the monsters. The monsters were pretty unique, and also the fact that Blackmore is in the game is a very good voice actor. The fact is there's Easter eggs in this game. That's what I like about the Easter eggs. The Easter eggs are pretty cool, such as ones where you point down the ground, you can find the old Midway Easter eggs. The Midway games down on the ground, you can find like different titles that Midway's worked on, as such as the Swizzle Easter egg and the one where the guy's head explodes and says Dr. Killjoy in that there. Pretty cool stuff. And there's also a level, I believe, that you're going on a truck with a turret and you're shooting monsters. That's a pretty cool level. Remember that? There was a bunch of other levels that was pretty cool. The fact is, you can't really store like your health, use your zombie bottles or whatever you call them. You have to pick them up right away. If you lose health, that's the only way you can use those bottles. If you get hit a bunch of times, there, it's not like you can store them in like your inventory and use them. But anyway, I know I still like this game. I give to me, yeah, that's the Easter egg I'm talking about. Is the one right here with the Mortal Kombat, Deception, First Suffering, Unreal, Narc, which Narc was bad, really bad, but still this game is still fun because for one, Midway was the Chad of the industry at that time because they did really good shit Midway, so that's why I like Midway. I like the stuff that Midway did was pretty good, and I like the fact that I reviewed this game on Killer G Gaming and doing this crazy review of it, which was a good episode. Yeah. Yes, that's what I think about it, because for one, I'm doing that there. And right now, I gotta check on something. Or, yeah. Yeah, I gotta see what's going on there. But I'll be right back after this messaging, broadcasting. Well, I'll still be on the review live. Alright, bye. But I'll be right back during this review. Let's see what's going on. Alright? Talk more about it later. Alright, we're back with the Suffering number 2. Sorry about that, I scrapped the file by accident there. I just didn't really like that take, but anyway, right now, like I said, the game is pretty good. I like the fact that you can go on the turret and shoot the monsters. It's pretty fun ass shit there. I liked it because, for one, it's a good game. The fact that it should be appreciated by every gamer out there, and any gamer that should try it there, and not buy any of EA's catastrophes of the 8th gen there. But this game was a very unique game for its time because, for one, the 6th gen was just unique in general because it had a lot of cool-ass games that had cool-ass premises, that had games like Second Sight, Time Splitters, a bunch of cool-ass shit in that time. Even the Devil May Cry series debuted at that time in the 6th gen, which was pretty good, and that series still continues to this day, and good thing Capcom brought it back, and did Devil May Cry 5, and it just melted all faces. That was pretty good, but the thing is, what I liked is you can, in this game, yes, you can get crates like for your weapons and stuff like that, ammo crates, and so you can get all those and get any gun that you need from that. If you have a gun you ran out of ammo for, or pick up guns from there, you can do that. So, like in that chest right there, you can pick up a rocket launcher and just shoot the shit out of those guys, which is pretty cool. So, and the fact is, the Maulers are pretty crazy. They're like humanoid dog creatures, which are pretty insane. They're like human skull, and oh my god, is that ever some fucking crazy? You know what I mean? It's out there. It's crazy enough, the fact that, for one, it is a game that is just insane. Or like, you know, all the things that's deciding to point. The first two games are very good because, for one, they're fun and they're unique. The fact that you can enjoy them on your yes, you can get them on PS2, Xbox original. And yes, you can get them on PC. You can get them through GOG.com, which is pretty good. So if you have it on GOG, whatever you call it there, you can try it on there, which is pretty good. And this game should make a comeback there. Or even a reboot would be nice of the series, just rebooted or something. Similar thing like God of War did with the reboot. This shit needs to be rebooted big time, because if they can't really continue off in the full one, maybe just reboot it maybe. Or even later on, release a HD remaster of the first two, which would be nice there. Are we big ups for that there? Are we nice there? Because, for one, you have a friend named Miles. He's like there. He's your buddy there in this game. All the things aside, the monsters are pretty cool. The fact is, you know, it's so much good about the game in question because, for one, this game needs to be played by everyone. I don't care what they say. Oh, no. You play this game, enjoy it, have fun with it, review it, do what you have to do, because for one, this game is going to be the ultimate review session in progress, because for one, I want to review this stuff for quite some time, and just say I actually could talk to you about this game for so much longer, because this is a game that I really can talk to you about really thoroughly, and that I enjoyed. That the fact that I still enjoy it to this day. The fact that it's pretty cool stuff. The monsters from the certain monsters like the captains there, those creatures that you can't really kill. You have to turn into a Hulk-like state. The Incredible Torque, you turn into that. and you kill the creatures in that there, but they summon weaker versions for you to get your rage bar, basically, just like ruin their day and just destroy them. Yeah. It's pretty fun though, but the platforming sections are not really all there that much because, for one, platforming is not really fun because. But anyway, you don't have to. You just wait till one of the foundation soldiers opens up the gate, and then just go in there and go ham. Go Hambo Rambo. Hambo Commando. Yeah. Anyway, that's besides the point. Yeah. I'm really having a good time reviewing this game. I'm just so happy to reviewing this shit again because I always want to review a game like this on Killer G Gaming and just do something with this game in general because, for one, I know it's a Retro Modern Gamers Rebooted timeline. I know it's that because, for one, I rebooted this. Back then, there was like a soft reboot of the old series there, but it wasn't really going anywhere with it. There was like a soft reboot when he had the first capture card, I believe. It was the old one there. The Honestech one, I believe. That was the first time Retro Modern Gamers was sort of rebooted, but it still continued the series. But this is a rebooted series in the sense that it did things different than the old series. Some things different than the old series. Number one, it acknowledged the fact that it started very strong. It didn't start off weird or anything like that. It started slow, yes, it started slow. It was a slow build, but later on things got interesting when the veterans came back and there was some life brought into the product. The games that were reviewed in question were pretty good. There were some actual unique games. There were some surprises out of nowhere, which is pretty insane. There games that you never thought Killer G would cover actually got covered, which was pretty good. You never thought that Retro Modern Gamers would cover these games, but for one, it did, and it made the product really interesting and exciting and stuff like that. It made for a good made for a good mixture of old and new, and it finally lived up to the name of Retro Modern Gamers. It didn't just call itself Modern Gamers or just reviewed everything modern based. You know what I mean? It had some retro shit in it too, which was nice there for the people people that like the old school gaming stuff. They can have something for them to watch there for review like that, because I know it's mostly retro. I'm going to do retro stuff because, for one, retro stuff is good, and that's what retro stuff is all about. And that's why I like the game in question, because, for one, it's a fun game, and it should be played by everyone that likes these type of games with the monsters and the creepiness and the cool stuff in it in question, because, for one, this character Torque has flashbacks and it's pretty crazy. It's demented stuff there, very demented there game. So I know this game is being so cool. This game being really awesome and stuff like that for one, because I know I reviewed this, but way back there. This was one of the earlier, technically earlier Retro Manga reviews. It was in 2011, I believe, or 2012. I think it was in 2011 more, to be honest, because 2012 didn't have that much really standing out from itself all that much, but 2011, I believe this was in 2011 when I first time I reviewed it on the other channel there. But anyway, this is the fact that I reviewing this game again on Killer G Gaming, which is pretty good. I'm doing a solo review this time, that's why it's different. And the other reason why it's different too, I know it may be still pointing camera because but it's different the fact that I'm showing off different sections of the game. I'm not showing off the first 12 minutes of the review of the game there. I'm showing off a lot more. I'm showing up to level 1 through 10, I believe. So I'm showing off more about that there. The first 10 levels I'm showing off levels 1 through 10, but some levels I skipped because they were really short and there wasn't much to show off. So I showed level 1 through 5 all the way to 10 there. So the other levels aren't really anything. You just pick up weapons, just walking around and stuff like that. You get attacked by Blackmore, go on to the next level and stuff like that. And it starts off slow, then picks up around down the end of level 4, I believe, when the monsters started going into Baltimore and killing everyone. Which, yeah. Then level 5 is where the monsters just come out of nowhere and just do the craziness that they do, because that's what the suffering is all about, because it is pretty crazy. Just the fact that you can do a lot of stuff with it there. And you pick up notes in this game, you can read the notes, which is pretty cool. The fact is, when Torque gets shot, there's blood all over his body, which is pretty insane there. That's pretty cool. It actually has like hit points or whatever. It's pretty cool, the fact that, yes, Zombium is your health like in the first game. Yes, Zombium bottles or whatever you want to call them there. Whatever you want to call those things, that's health. that's Arn Nestle's wife from the first Suffering game, and she's in this game as well, which is pretty cool. I was trying to throw a cocktail, but I ended up pressing jump instead. I don't know what I was doing there. No, I was playing on a PS2 there, and I know I play this game. I just kind of was filming in that there. I really got sidetracked on that, and you know, yeah, that's besides the point. Right now, I'm gonna say my piece. Right now, I'm gonna give this game, I believe, I'll give it. Yeah, I know, but I'll give it a 10 out of 10 just for nostalgia, because for one, this is a game I can talk to you about. I know people say it might not be perfect. For me, it comes close to being a perfect enough sequel, but you know, it could have did more with it there. It could have did more things with it. Like it could have added more levels, added more monsters. Could have used more monsters as the isolationists. They could have used more of those type of monsters. Could have used a lot more things with that game, but I like the fact that you can fight the Horde in this game. It's pretty cool. It's like a Tremors kind of monster. It's a monster basically inspired from Tremors. It's pretty cool too. So that's what I liked about it. And yes, this is the gun section I was talking about there. You go on top of driving a car, and the girl driving a car, and the girl's driving a car, and you're shooting on top of it, shooting the turret, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I like stuff like that. It's pretty fun. It's a fun game. That the fact that anyone can play it and enjoy it, which people should be enjoying games instead of doing petty ass drama on the fucking internet. There, Facebook included too, because Facebook's full of it as well as YouTube. But so yeah, me, I'd rather just do this type of stuff, just play the games and enjoy them for what they are. They're fun game. Gaming is fun because for one, you can just play a game and have fun with it, and not really. If you're not playing those From Software games are like a job in question, or like a kind of like a job you have to. To me, this is not a super serious game. I can just have fun with it and do whatever, and look up stuff that I need to do for Easter eggs and stuff like that. It's just like a fun little game. That's what I like about these games. Games have to be fun if you're playing them. That's the point of gaming, is just kicking back on your chair or couch, just lounging, and just or on your bed, laying down, playing the game and having fun. Because especially if you worked a long day at your job and put up with a lot of crap out the end from crappy people in general, or crappy people in general, whatever you want to say it there, but. Games are all about having fun, and I enjoy doing this, having fun with the games in question, because for one, I enjoy reviewing the games. Like games like this, I can say a 10 out of 10 because for one, it's pretty cool. And a game like this should come back in some way in the limelight for the console people. There, it would be nice to see them play. People say, "Oh wow, they actually brought this game back." It would be nice if they actually, even if they could do a reboot of the series, would be nice. It would be nice just to tweak some things and make it stand out so well that it stands out as the test of time as a very good series. It still stands as that. That's what I like about it, because for one, I can say a lot about it, and it's pretty fun. So this is Killer J from Retro Modern Gamers. See you guys later, and thank you for watching this review. I hope you got through it and enjoyed it there, because for me, this was a very good game. That's why I just liked it a lot, because it was very fun. And yes, this is a game I played so much in my goddamn room at the time that I was stuck in my room playing this game. I was addicted to this game. It was like my friggin', my gaming addiction at that time. That's when I first time got into the gaming scene, was when, this is when I actually beat the game on good, evil, and neutral. I did all three of those moral choices, and it was pretty fun. So anyway, see you guys later, and have a good day, and have fun, and keep gaming. Rock on, boys and gals and girls, whatever. Just have a good one.